Okay, so basically now I told you that we were gonna look at ways of creating stairs. First of all, I just wanna say something about the first blocks. Eventually, as I create these blocks, also these slabs are, made with some same principle. So it's just an extrusion, and eventually once you have an extrusion you can start to play around with the geometry. One thing that I really like about Rhino is that you can select an edge or a face and just pull it. So for instance, if we do move edge, you can just grab an edge, right click, and we can move it, and the shape will eventually change. Yeah, so Control Z. We can do the same thing with a face. Move face, just grab a face and we'll move it. So you see, we have a lot of freedom because then we can play around and modify the shape of these elements. Okay, so to make a stair, it's very simple. Usually you should use a set of references. I start with the normal C-plane. Let's go to the blocks, and I just I'll make a line, then I click Shift so that the line gets stick to one of the axes. So for instance, X and Y. Yeah, it's an ortho mode, and then I click the Tab key. So the Tab key will lock the line on this direction, and this is very useful also if you're working to an angle. So if I click again Tab, this becomes free. But let's say I want to make a line from this point to this point, and I want to connect it to a point in the middle. What I can do, I can just click Tab, it will lock it, and then I can just make my line. Alright, what we're gonna do now, I'm just gonna make a line, Shift and Tab, and click point 2, so we will have a step of about 20 centimeters high, and then Shift again and Tab and say point 3. So I'm just gonna have a little step. Yeah. So next step, I just select it, I copy it, and then I can just go up here and say from last point, use last direction, use last distance. I click everything and I just keep clicking, so I count 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever, and then I can simply just select them all, go to rotate 3D, so right click, and then say okay, I just want to select the axis, end of rotation axis. If you look at it, I can just click any point in here, grab this point, keep the Shift key pressed so that I have an ortho mode, so 90 degrees, click, and here I have the profile for my stairs. After that, I simply have to do extrude, select width, let's say 2 meters, and here I have my stairs. And eventually when I get to a point where I have to have a landing, I can just say move edge, click it, and then move my edge, Tab key, so it gets locked, sorry, and I can just say 1.2 meters, and there it is. Now you'll notice that this geometry now has a some lines inside. This is to detect the actual geometry. I usually like to work with an empty geometry, so what I do, I just go to properties, and I'll try to turn down the density not to visible so that it goes away. The entire file becomes lighter, at least for the graphic card, and then you just grab it. You might want to click Ctrl G to create a group, and every time that you select this, it will be all selected. Grab it, move it, and put it into the corner that you want. Yeah, in this case we already have the stairs, so this is it. Yeah. So in the next lecture, in the next video, sorry, lecture, I'm not a teacher. In the next video we're gonna look at ways of how to pierce holes and how to create openings. Okay. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.